Hey, FitLovers.
Hey, FitLovers.
Welcome back. I'm Ramsey.
And I am Nina.
And today we'll be doing another round of Q&A where you, our audience, gets to decide the direction of the conversation by asking us anything you like to. Within reason, of course. So get ready. This is the FitLove Show. Okay, FitLovers, so like we said, today we'll be doing another round of Q&A. If you're unfamiliar with how Q&A works, Mina and I have selected a few questions from our DMs, because that's how people seem to leave us questions as opposed to our comment section, and we make a show out of them.
We've got some pretty interesting questions from Janice, Terry, Kevin, and Susan that we'll be answering today.
Before we begin, we'd like to ask you to please click that subscribe button. And don't forget to turn your notifications on so you'll be notified first when new episodes are released.
Okay, babe, let's get it cracking.
Okay, Janice asks, first question. I saw one of your shows recently where you talk about how you have kids that are starting to drive. I'm dealing with the same thing right now with my son, and it's like you said, nerve-wracking. Yeah, it is. A little more so for her. Any tips on easing some of the anxiety? I'll let you answer that first.
Okay, well, just trust. Now our kids have their license. They each have their own car.
Not each. We have 4 kids, so 2 of them.
Oh, two of them. The ones that were trying to get their license that we spoke about previously. And they're doing great. It's just about trusting and
just look, she's talking at the side of her neck, right? Because before the last time we talked about this, she was like, "Oh my gosh,
it was a lot. It was a lot.
There's anxiety.
It was a lot."
Okay.
But honestly, you just need to trust.
Yeah.
You just need to trust the process. You need to not let things get to you so much. Relax.
Yeah.
Ease into it, and just go with it because it's going to happen regardless. So whether you're stressed out or you're not, or have anxiety or don't, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So
if I may,
go with the flow. Yeah. And just make it happen. But I love it. It's a great experience for me. They're driving the kids around, the younger kids, and it's great.
Yeah. If I may. So yeah, I would say some of that stress and anxiety was probably self-inflicted. Honestly, I didn't really have any anxiety or anything like that driving around with the kids. I'm a pretty good driver. And so what I found is you just be quiet, just let them drive. They'll be fine. A lot of the times, the stress and anxiety with driving with the kids was created because she'd be like, "Okay, watch out for this, watch out for that." And
I was creating,
and that'll stress out any driver, and it'll cause your newly teenage driver to want to mess up even more. Not want to mess up, but just mess up because they get nervous.
Or just be stressed while they're driving. Yeah.
And so that was kind of the issue. But once she just decided to kind of let go and just let them drive, kind of no big deal. But yeah, where she's at right now with it, huge convenience. You don't have to take the kids any place necessarily.
Nope.
He wants to drive at any given moment he can, So, hey, you need me to go to the store for you? You need me to do this? You need me to take anywhere, so and so somewhere? Yes, we do.
Yeah.
So, it's been a huge convenience.
It's been great.
Yeah. And we got 2 more coming down the pike. So once they start driving, it'll be even more of a convenience. So
Then we're getting that 2-seater.
Yeah. Yeah. So answer your question, Janice. Just kind of
relax.
Just kind of relax into it and go into it. As long as they're not being reckless and whatnot, you can tell if they're going to be reckless when they're driving because you're driving with them prior to. You don't have anything to worry about. I think you should just kind of let go and just let it unfold.
Let go and let God.
All right.
Okay, guys. I will let you guys know the second question. Terry asks, a couple of episodes ago, I noticed you talking about some concepts from the law of attraction, specifically regarding changing your thoughts. I'm assuming you both have some experience with that. What have been some of your experiences? Sorry.
Well, since it was me talking about that segment, and then I'll start. But Yeah, we have some experience with that. We're huge followers of the law of attraction. I don't just follow the law of attraction. I generally, not to get too much deep into it again, I'm going to have to do an entire show on this one time, but we generally follow law of attraction as it relates to God's will, not just simply law of attraction, you know. But yeah, I guess some of our experiences, you know, just to touch on maybe one experience in particular, because the law of attraction works both in good ways and bad ways. Okay. And so, you know, I've mentioned several times in the show, some of the most difficult times that she and I were going through was when I got injured, and we're going through all these struggling times financially and otherwise. Just a lot of uncertainty during that time. And I would venture to say, hey, hindsight is 2020. Looking back at those times, a lot of my thoughts perpetuated what ended up occurring. In other words, and this is what I say when I'm getting really deep into this right now. I don't, like I said, I'm gonna have to do a whole show on this right now, but that's why I say a lot of what I follow, the law of attraction is also sort of in sync with God's will. So, well, that's why I tell people, be careful what you ask God for, because at that time I had asked God, hey, make me strong, build me up, help me, be resilient to a lot of these things. And the only way in which that's going to happen typically is for you to go through stuff. You know what I'm saying? So my thoughts and my words, albeit experience that I had were no fun, they have certainly helped turn me into the type of person that I am now. I'm certainly a lot more stronger. I'm certainly a lot more resilient. And I asked for all these things, and I put my thoughts and my words in motion and asked God to help me become that. And I had to go through the trenches as a result of it. So be careful of what you ask for. I wouldn't change it for the world. I'm happy with the type of person I am now. I'm strong, and I put my thoughts and mind and words toward that end. But yeah, you have to be careful with the law of attraction, the things that you think about, the things that you ask for, because you will, without a doubt, get the things that you want, whether you realize you're getting it or not. What say you?
What say you? That's so cute when you say that. For me, my experience with the law of attraction is it's helping me see the good in everything. I'm a warrior. Not warrior like fighter, like I worry a lot. So when you worry, you're asking for the things you're worrying about to actually happen.
That is true.
So, and I was noticing that the things I was worrying about were actually happening. So with learning this law of attraction stuff, it tells you to switch your mindset and not worry as much and think about the good that's happening and the things that you actually want to happen, and pretend like you're in that moment. Not even pretend, just tell yourself, I'm wealthy, I'm healthy.
Well, one thing about that, when people think it's not just thoughts, it's the feelings associated with. So say you're experiencing something really good. You have feelings associated with that experience, that good experience.
Yeah.
The law of attraction states that you need to not only think about things toward that end, but you need to try to mimic the feelings associated with that end best you can as well. Yeah.
Cut me up.
No, just kidding. Just add to what you said.
So I know he always adds. He's a good addition to me. But even when it comes to, let's say, arguments in a relationship, you sit there, you're arguing, you're thinking like, oh my God, this person does this person's going to act like this person's going to think this person's going to think that, instead of thinking of, I really love this person really takes care of me, this person really, those are two way different feelings that you would feel thinking those two different thoughts, right? The negative versus the positive. So you have to put yourself in that mindset. And if anything, it helps you as a person to be happy as opposed to being upset or disappointed. So it's helped me a lot.
Yeah, so I'll close out this question with this. I'll just say that you have a kind of a self-guidance system. You always know if vibrationally you're vibing correctly or incorrectly by the way you feel.
Yep.
Okay?
If you're angry,
so if you're feeling bad about something, it's probably safe to say you're not vibrating correctly with whatever it is that you do want. Okay? And so that's your guidance system. If you're feeling good, great, you're on point. If you're feeling bad about something, then that's your indication that maybe you need to kind of change your thought pattern to something toward maybe you
makes you feel
as
good,
opposed to what you don't want or what's making you feel bad. So anyway, Darren, hope that helps. Okay, next question. Wow, those last two questions were kind of heavy, so let's lighten it up. Kevin asks, if you could pick a show to be your life, TV show, you could pick a TV show to be your life, what would it be?
Can I answer first?
Yeah.
I'm going to answer more than one TV show because...
Yeah, that was going to be my question because you answered more than one.
Yeah, well, I can do it. Yeah, I'm going to. Okay.
All right.
So it would be The Cosby Show, The Sopranos.
Really?
Mm-hmm. With a touch of Martin.
Whoa.
That's for me.
Okay.
And why?
Okay. All right. Well, hold up. Stop. Because without Martin, just looking at the question, the two TV shows, the exact two TV shows that I was going to pick were The Cosby Show and The Sopranos.
Really?
Yes. So you go first. Tell me why you picked those two.
Because I'm a gangster. Just kidding. But I'm also a very family-oriented gangster. So, I don't know. Just because both families were great. You know, maybe they were on, different paths. But, I mean, I don't know. I love the Cosbys. I thought they were a great family. And I love Sopranos. I think they're a great family. And they remind me a lot of us.
I don't think The Sopranos remind me a lot of us. I mean, The Sopranos is kind of a sort of a dysfunctional family. So it's not like I identify with The Sopranos on that level. Certainly the Cosbys. Yeah, Cosbys are kind of your dream family. You know, you got the attorney mother, the doctor, father, all the kids are doing well in school. Everybody's going to college, this, that, and the other. So from that standpoint, yes. Just from a perfect family standpoint, yes, I like the Cosby Show. But like you said, gangster. Mm-hmm. So I like to mix it up a little bit.
Gotta have the mafioso.
It's not like I like the dysfunctionality aspect of it, but my single favorite genre is the mafia genre. I follow all the mafia flicks. I like all the mafia movies. I know all the players and characters and everything like that. So I like that genre. And so, just from, adding a drama into the mix kind of standpoint, yeah, Cosby Show, kind of a Cosby Show and Soprano mix. So,
we should do a show like that.
What?
Like Cosby's with Sopranos. We could be the stars of it.
How?
We'll just write it and create it.
Oh. You giving away? So
my bad.
Giving away somebody some idea,
My bad. That's a good answer, though. See, we're on the same wavelength.
Ourselves, yeah. So, yeah, Cosby's and Sopranos and Martin. Yeah. Why Martin?
Because I love their
love.
love.
Why Martin, Gina?
I love their love. I thought it was so cute. That was like the perfect relationship to me.
Damn the jokes, okay? Damn them.
And this dude is just like that. Joking all the time. Talking shit. So, he's like my little Martin. Okay, here's our last question. Susan asks, although you both seem like a perfect couple, thank you, I know that isn't realistic. What is the one thing about one another that you can't stand? And how do you overcome it? Be honest. We're all watching.
Watching.
Oh. Well, I love everything about you.
See, that's what I can't stand right there. See, because, we are a good couple. And I would say nobody's perfect, but I would venture to say if there's the perfect couple, we would be the perfect couple. I would agree with that. But that's not to say that we aren't like any other typical couple that doesn't fuss and fight and argue and whatnot. And when we do, she's got a few choice things to point out about me. And it just don't always feel like at the moment like she loves everything about me. I'm just saying. So,
I love everything about him. I may not like certain things. But I do love everything about this man. And sorry, our toilet is flushing because our kids are home. I will say what I don't like is when he shuts down. He is so sweet. He is so loving. He is so 100%. But when he's angry or when he's not happy about something, it's like a whole nother person. He just shuts down. All that loving and kissing and it's not entirely there. So
Okay, but
that's the one thing I can't stand about him. Just
isn't that better than
just be consistent
going off
and just keep
isn't that-
loving me
isn't that
even
better
if
than-
I'm talking shit.
Isn't that better than going off and just being the Hulk? It's just, I just kind of for a second.
Yeah, but his personality is like the Hulk in that moment.
It's like men are from Mars, women are from. It's like I got to go into my cave for a predetermined amount of time. Not predetermined, but a certain amount of time. I go into my cave. So I feel it's safe to come out.
You can come in my cave.
Anyway, so
you feel better.
So what my answer? What I think? What I can't stand about her. There's nothing I can't stand. Like you said, that's pretty harsh. But like, okay, so like she'll ask me like these like monumental questions. Like she'll just come out like, babe, like, do you love me, or do you enjoy being married to me? And I'm like,
why would you ask that?
Yeah, that's like,
and I say,
and she'll just be like, well, just in general. That's no in general question. That's like an in general question is just like, hey, you think it's gonna rain today, or hey, you think we're going to the gym today, or something like that. That's an in general question, not like, you think we're gonna get divorced in 5 years or something like that. Like,
I wouldn't ask that.
Okay, but my point is, there's a reason for those. There's a reason for those questions. You ain't just in general asking them questions. You have a purpose behind that question. But she'd be like, no, just in general, just want to know.
It's usually the moments where he's shut down.
Okay.
Because I want him to tell me, because when he's not shut down, he tells me all the time and he's just so loving and all over me. And I feel like...
Okay, but then you're pushing me deeper into my cave because you realize that I realize why you're asking the question. No, you can't bullshit the bullshit. I know why you're asking me the question. Just be honest and tell me why you're asking me the question. Don't be like, geez, I just want to know in general. No, you don't. You're asking me for a specific purpose. Just tell me why you want to know the question.
Well, you can go deeper into my cave.
Well, Fit Lovers, on that note, I'm gonna go get some cave time now, but anyway. Anyway, that was our show for today. We hope you enjoyed yourselves. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. I make them nervous with cave talk.
I'm tripping over my words now. Anyway, if any of you have any questions that you'd like to ask, please feel free. Damn, see? I can't even talk.
Please feel free to drop it in the comments below or
send
hit us in our
send a
DMs.
DM or something like that. Yeah. You never know. We may use your question in the next show.
See, I still make him nervous.
And that being said, please like and subscribe to our channel, FitLove 101, and share this video. And don't forget to turn your notifications on so you'll be notified first when episodes are released.
Yup.
Again, FitLovers.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time.